Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. Is it cold where you are? It has turned off pretty chilly here, but they're predicting us to have some winter weather this weekend. So that's supposed to start in a couple of days and last for a couple of days. We'll see if we get it or not. But anyway, I wanted to make a dish that's going to keep us warm through this cold weather. Now I have exactly 1 pound of ground chuck. Put it right here in my skillet. Yeah, this is gonna, y'all hear me say it all the time, it's gonna be so good. I made this a few years ago and my grandson Dalton was here. And so we just kind of started throwing things together. I'm not sure what we were making or what we were wanting. So I'm hoping I can remember everything I put in there. So I'm going to get this ground up. Yeah. Let me get my meat chopper. I got me a new one. Yeah, the last one I had, I left laying on the side of my skillet and it melted the handle all the way in too. See, I don't do that. Brandon and Stephanie and Porker gave me that one at Christmas. So I'm going to try not to melt it. All right, but to this beef as it's cooking, I want to put some onion. And I want some diced onion in it. I just want to move that skillet out of my way just a little bit. I want you to see what I'm doing. And yeah, I've got a couple little pieces of onions that I put in the refrigerator. And y'all know if there's any left over from a dish, I always keep it. So, but what we're going to do is I'm just going to dice it up. And I don't want to fine dice, kind of what I call a medium chop. And we're going to put it right in with this hamburger. We're going to make an easy one-pot dish. How's that sound to y'all? There's not going to be a lot of cleaning up. Pop to do. And tell y'all, tell them I said that. And it's going to be simple. It's going to be quick. And if I make it like I remember, it's delicious. So let's get this chopped up and in this skillet. Okay, so I'm going to slide that right over in there. You get that smell. Oh, that's so good. But you know what I didn't get out that I want? I want some garlic in this dish. How does that sound to y'all? So let's get some out. Yeah, I know I always have fresh garlic in my freezer. Won't be long, I might have to get some more. But I know it's froze, but you know what? It takes no time to defrost. So I'm just going to put that in. That's equals to about 1 tablespoon of fresh garlic. And I know I've told y'all several times how I do it. So I won't keep repeating myself to you. But I want to put this back in the freezer because I don't want it to defrost. There we go. I want to stir that around. Oh, that hamburger's coming along beautifully, y'all. All right, so let me get this cooked. And, oh, there's going to be very little grease in this. I can see that right now. You may not even have to drain it. If we do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. But let me get this cooked, and I'll be back, and I'm going to show you what we do next, okay? Okay, y'all, I've got this meat browned, and these onions are starting to get tender and get translucent. There's so very little oil in here, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this little bit of oil that greases this hamburger's put off. And I'm sure many, many of you know this. We're going to take us some napkins, some paper towels. Be careful with your fingers and use some tongs. And we're just going to run it around in this pan. And we're going to sop it up. Hey, like that. Sop it up. Goodness gracious. See, it's not even filling up my paper towels, y'all. Okay. I don't want to touch it, so I'm just going to set it right here in this bowl, and we'll throw it away. Okay, so next, I want to add some crushed tomatoes. Now, all I had is a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I'm not going to use them all because I wanted like a 14, 15-ounce can. So we're just going to use part of them, and I'll put the rest in the refrigerator in a mason jar, and we'll use it in something else. So let's see if I can figure out about half this can. Looks good to me. All right, set that aside. Let me get a paper towel. Here we go. Since I want my side of the can with my fingers. Oh, stir that around. My goodness, y'all. Okay, now I'm going to put some seasoning in this. And I have some taco seasoning that I made because I didn't have any store-bought, and that's okay. We've got homemade taco seasoning. And yeah, this has, I'm going to read it to you. Chili powder, cumin, black pepper, onion powder, dried oregano, salt, garlic powder, and some red pepper flakes. It's not hot, I promise y'all. And we're going to put about a tablespoon in here. We'll test it later to see if we need to adjust the seasonings. Now, I think I want to put a little bit more pepper, maybe a tiny bit of salt. Not much, because remember, salt was one of the ingredients. And we have those crushed tomatoes. That smells good already, y'all. My. Now, I have a carton of beef broth. Now, this is not low sodium, so that's another reason to be careful with your salt. And we're going to put just a little bit. I don't want this soupy, like a soup or a stew. We're not making a soup today. We'll see. About half the carton, which would be about 2 cups. But we're going to keep it out in case we need some more. Because I'm going to show you what we're going to keep adding deliciousness to this. Okay. I have some frozen kernel corn. You can use the canned kernel corn if you want to. Doesn't matter in this dish. You just drain it. You don't have to rinse it. Just drain it real good. And well, let's get our measuring cup and see how much we want to put in here. This is a ½ a cup measure. I think we need more. Let's put a cup. I like corn. Do y'all like corn? Whoops. All right, so we're going to put some frozen peas and carrots, but I'm going to put those in a little bit later because, you know, they're cooked, and all it takes really is just a couple of minutes to get them heated through. But I have some of these little pastas. They're called Ditalini. I know, it's hard for me to say, but they're little bitty pastas, if you can see that in my hand. And we just lost one. So I'm going to put, again, let's measure it. That's ½ of a cup. Ooh, that's all we have, y'all. We're going to put all of it. So that was like 3/4 of a cup. Y'all put a cup in there. I thought I had more. And we're going to stir that in. Now what's going to happen is this pasta is going to swell just the tiniest bit. And it's going to absorb some of this liquid. But y'all, stay with me. And I was just looking around to make sure I had everything. Y'all stay with me because I want y'all to come back and finish this up with me, okay? Y'all know what I decided to do? I've got some orzo, and I'm gonna put some orzo in here because we like pasta. Pop loves pasta. So I'm gonna put about half a cup of orzo, just add a little more pasta to it. It don't matter, use what you've got, y'all. And if all you have is spaghetti noodles, just break them up. Put them in there. Break them up small, but they don't have to be as fine as the Ditalini or the orzo. You just want to get some pasta in there. And it'll be delicious. I think this is ready, y'all. We have cooked these noodles and the orzo and the corn and this beautiful hamburger meat. And y'all, I did end up having to put more broth in it. In fact, I used the whole container. But I told you the pasta is going to absorb that liquid. But you see the consistency. I've got it here. I don't want it soupy like a soup. And I had to taste it, y'all, and it tastes so good so far. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to put some of these frozen peas and carrots I told you about. And I didn't put them in earlier because I didn't want them mushy. And I just, you know, as soon as they hit that heat and they get hot, they're done. So let's see, let's say half a cup. We're going to do the same as the corn. Y'all excuse me. And sorry about that. Now this is real cooking. This is real life. It happens. Look at that beautiful dish. Can you see down in there real good? See all those colors? Oh my word. I need to get you a good picture of this. But yeah, what I was saying, as soon as it hits that heat and they get defrosted, they're done. You know, they're warmed up and because they're done, they're cooked, and you just need to warm them up, and that looks so appealing. I wish I had made a pan of cornbread to go with this, y'all. I may go make one. I want to send some of this to my neighbor, and I think I'll make him some cornbread. He liked the last cornbread I sent him. Okay, so that's it. But what I want to do now, y'all, I can't leave well enough alone, you know that. I want to add some cheese. Now, this is pre-shredded. I know it's fine. I just wasn't in the mood to shred cheese. So I've got a mild cheddar. You can use sharp, you can use medium, whatever you want. And I'm gonna put a good handful, maybe two. I think I want about a cup. We're doing cup today, aren't we? So, and let's stir that in. We're making this so cheesy and easy and delicious. And y'all see, one pot, and it's done. This is an easy meal you can make when you get home from school or work, and it takes no time at all. Come in, get comfortable. I just know my working days, I couldn't wait to get in and get out of my work clothes and get in some comfortable clothes, take my shoes off, and get the kiddies doing their homework or out playing. You've got a meal before they can get started good. Looky here. This is done. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to unplug it, but I want to unplug it from the wall too. Looky there. Isn't that gorgeous? We've got to taste it though, hadn't we? And now you can serve this with some like tortilla strips, corn chips, cornbread, dinner rolls, crackers, whatever you want. But I think I'm going to make us a little pan of cornbread. I just want enough to taste it right now, because I'll get Pop in after a while, and we'll eat together. Yeah. I didn't have a recipe. I just started throwing stuff together, and y'all can too. It's that easy. I just said, what do I want to make today? And I started looking in my cabinet, and I started pulling out things from my freezer, and this is what I come up with. But like I said, I had made this before, and with my grandson Dalton, and that's what we did. He and I both just said, hey, this is what we want. Yeah. This is so delicious. Oh, man. Yeah, I use ground chuck. You can use whatever you want. If you want to use chicken, turkey, sausage, it would be delicious. And or cut up some smoked sausage. Y'all know we love smoked sausage. Cut up some smoked sausage and put it in here with your ground chuck, your beef, whatever you're using. And where I used the corn and the peas and carrots, you know, they were separate bags. You can use the mixed vegetables that you can buy. Now they have green beans, corn, carrots, peas. You can even get it's like speckled butter beans and stuff like that in it, and that would be delicious. But it's all up to you what you put in it. Y'all, thanks for watching us today, and I hope you're going to come back again and visit with us real soon, because we certainly enjoy having you in our kitchen with us. Now, I'm going to go make some cornbread to go with this so I can feed Pop. And but I hope y'all will think about, we have 2 cookbooks, and y'all go check them out on my website, KarenJonesFoodAndFamily.com. Thanks, everybody. I certainly appreciate having you with us. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we put out another video. I'll see you soon.